Wow, look at you, Maria, with the glasses on. I like it.
Hey, Denny.
Hello. I owe you like 3 coaching calls, don't I?
Yeah, like 10.
Well, if you want to join the Monday call instead, that would be all right.
What time?
We're not going to do it this Monday because of holiday. We're going to do it Tuesday, 2 to 3.
Tuesday. That's Eastern time. Okay. Um,
Tuesday. Yeah.
I will be in school at that time.
I thought are you still in high school?
No, like accounting, like
Uh,
college.
I'm kidding.
I'm taking auditing class at this time, so it needs to be after 2. I can do.
How do you say your name? Okay, Sana. Okay. Oh,
Oksana.
Osana. Is that right? Osana? Is it K?
Oksana.
Oksana. Got it.
Yeah. Oh,
Thank you.
thank you.
Hello.
Louise.
Finish this sentence. The gold is in the
Teeth.
follow-up. Gee. You're so funny.
All right, Louise, here we go. We got a lot of people coming in. I'm gonna make you the secondary boss.
Thank you, sir.
There we go. I'll let these people in. Kelly, what's up, man?
Just trying to make it today, but I'm
Looks
here.
like, looks like somebody licked all the red off your candy. What's the deal?
Just busy today, man. Just out in the yard doing my thing. It's hot, so we're good.
Okay. I got 101, so we're gonna get started here. Louise, you have everybody. David's in. Okay, so welcome everybody. Today is the 29th, and it is time for Denny's Mastery. If you're watching this on YouTube, we appreciate you being on. If you want to reach out to me, if you have an issue, you have a question about the coaching program that we offer, individual coaching or group coaching, you can send me an email at coachdennygrimes@gmail.com. And what we do practice, and people that have been on this a while know, if you're new and you go to role play, this is how you learn. What we want to do is get better at asking questions. And the whole reason we ask questions is that people are a whole lot more interested in what they have to say to themselves than what we say to them. And oh, by the way, that reminds me, there is a Powerball. I think is a Powerball up to $1 billion yet? Anybody know?
The Powerball, I'm sure it's over 1 million.
Billion. That's pretty high. Anyway, we practice question-based listening enhanced conversations. And if you'd like to, if you're watching this by YouTube and you would like to be able to come in live, it's dennysmastery.com. I have a thought of the day. I'm going to make a post out of this. And I may have 2 things to share with you today before we start in going into conversations. And that is, I was thinking I was coaching an individual agent, a new agent on my team. And it makes me think of all the agents I've had over the years. And I still coach in Bold. And if you're with Keller Williams, you've got a Bold coming your way. You should be looking into it because Bold is an awesome opportunity to grow your business, to grow yourself. And have you noticed people in real estate are busy? In fact, one of the things they gravitate towards, Louise, is I met people that get their real estate license. Then in Florida, you got to get your, 60 some odd post licensure.
45-hour post license. Yep.
And then they want to go in and get a broker's license. Then they think, oh, why not a CRS? And what they're doing is they take all these classes. Listen, here's my thought of the day. And I trust this isn't you. And there's nothing wrong with you being here. In fact, that's really important. So I'm not talking about you. There is a hiding place in real estate where agents love to hide. And you know what it's called? learning. Let that soak in a moment. There's people that are just gravitating towards learning. They want to get to know something better and they want to get to understand it better. They'll think they'll make a better agent. Let me ask you, I've got I'll show you pictures of it. I just opened my new studio. My studio setup's not there yet, but in the studio, because pickleball is a big deal, I have my own private pickleball court. And it's awesome. Regulation, everything. Painted in my logo colors. It's super. Just been open a week. If you wanted to get better at pickleball, you could learn all you want about pickleball. What's missing?
The practice.
Hitting the ball. Practice. So number one, so my social post is going to be one of the most popular hiding spots that I know that realtors like to hide, if you like hide and go seek, is in learning. And one more comment, if you like to play hide and seek with an alcoholic beverage, the second most common hiding place is networking. So what do you have to say about that? Now, there's nothing wrong with learning. There's nothing wrong with networking. However, that is the slow boat to what? China. If you want to grow your business, it's going to be talking to people. And there's over 19 different ways you can do it. Don't hide. Talk to people. And that's what we're going to work on today. Any comments on the thought of the day? Put in the chat. Louise watches the chat and everybody else watches the chat. Sometimes they watch that more than listen to me. Well, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. What do you think about that? I trust you're not guilty that you're spending too much time learning and not enough time doing. So, Louise, how do people play today?
Post in the chat what you would like to address, discuss, role play, and we will act it out here.
Okay.
I
And if
have a comment to make. You know, you
Yeah.
mentioned that's so right about people hiding. But what I have faced when I just got my license is there's no one there to walk you by your hand and showing you exactly what you're doing, because there's so many materials provided. Oh, you have to learn, you have to do this and this and that to know. But there's no one that actually shows the shortcut route. This is what you do. This is what you say. This is how it's done. And takes you through maybe like one or two or three experiences, like transactions by hand. That's like that was my biggest issue, and that's where people really hide, because they just don't know. There's no guide.
Well, how long have you been in real estate?
Yeah, I've been actually 5 years, and I've been really timid to do things myself, because this is not my expertise. I didn't go and studied finances in college. I didn't do, I was in the medical field. I have a degree in kinesiology, pre-med, and completely different, route. But what was my challenge is it was just so much material thrown at me. Do this and do that, and you have to look at this video and then read this article. And it just I got really frustrated, because there was no one was there to hold my hand and tell me, okay, let's just go for a walk with me. Let's do farming. Let's just go do door knocking. Let's just go do together open house.
Hey,
Let me just get
Oksana.
you in to the comfortable spot where that was provided. And I understand, because this is, now I understand that this is business and everyone is trying to build it for themselves. But I wish there was some kind of non-competitive program where I don't mind paying.
Got it.
That's totally fine. But take me and show me and tell me how you do it, so I can take it somewhere else.
All
I
right,
did
time out.
not run into this. And that was my biggest challenge, to start hiding inside the learning.
Okay, so thank you for being on. Is this your first time on this show? Is this your first time here?
It's second. It's
Good.
second.
Do the right thing, and we have a daily program called a Recon. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So what we're going to do, you're doing the right thing by now participating. Now, you want to participate in practice, and just to move forward, I don't know if are you with Keller Williams?
Yes, I'm in Keller Williams. Yes.
Okay. There's probably a PC coach. If you want to talk to me or Louise or something offline, we'll do that and get you started. But one thing I'm going to agree with her. There is no one. No, I'm going to disagree with you. I agree with what she's saying. She's saying there's no one to take you by the hand and lead you. That's probably true with the asterisk. Yes, there's one person. One person cares about you more than you know. You know who it is? It's you. We are in a literal public supermarket in Keller Williams in real estate. There's a lot of things to learn, whatever. We have to kind of pick up the fork. Now, coaching will help you pick up the right fork, and being on this show and practicing and listening to these other people practice will help you identify the fork you want to pick up. So thanks for bringing that up. And I tell you what, I want to do an inbound call. Who would like an inbound call to get warmed up? Because I want to talk about something Kelly, this should be you, because I think you kind of got to play this a little bit today, but you don't have to do it. I don't want to throw you on the spot again. Who wants an inbound call? I want to see, there's a couple points I want to kind of drive home today as we work on mastery.
I can do it.
Fan, ready.
You're calling me.
Calling you on, I see a home on the internet, and I think your name's on it, okay?
So it's my listing.
Yeah, okay. It is your listing then. All right, ready?
Yeah.
I'll get my clock going here. Ring, ring. Hello. Oh, no, you say hello. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi there. I'm on the internet right now, and I'm looking at a house located on Wellington Way in Westminster, and I'm kind of curious about if that home is still available. And it shows me the price, but I'm curious if that home is still available.
That's a great question. We're getting a lot of calls on that. Please allow me a second to find that information in my database. My name is Fan from Keller Williams, Southwest. Who am I speaking with?
My name is Denny.
Denny. Well, I'm locating the information on the property for the property on Wellington Way for you. You don't mind me asking, what made you call me today other than wanting to know the price?
I didn't need to know the price. The price was already listed. I wanted to know if it's still available.
Okay. Is there any other question other than you want to know the availability?
Maybe. Is it available?
It is available. So Denny, you guys haven't any thought about making a move, have you?
Well, we're thinking about it. Yeah, we live in Texas, and we're thinking about maybe moving to Sandusky. And so we were just kind of price shopping right now. So it is available. So this home is like $475. That's kind of the price range we're in. And I appreciate your help. Thanks very much.
Denny, before I go, I'm curious, was there anybody you know and trust you work with you ever decided to pull the trigger?
I hung up.
Oh.
So
I gotta keep you for a little longer.
I know. Well, hey, listen, I just want to see a couple things. One of the things I think is really good he did well. Number one, and this is being taught in a lot of classes. Hey, Matt, welcome. We've been taught in a lot of classes. A lot of people are calling on that. In my life, in my career, I've had people call me on the phone that weren't really buyers. They were sellers wanting to know how we handled the call on their home, or somebody that might know the seller. So number one, if you're getting a lot of calls on the home, then say it. We always come from integrity. What if you haven't had a call on the house since Obama was president? What would you say? Don't say we're getting a lot of calls, because it could be somebody, that forget about it. I mean, the bottom line, don't lie. You can say, oh, that's an awesome home. Is every home awesome? Yes, it is. Or whatever, but don't make that. So yeah, we're getting a lot of calls in that home. Then he basically went for my name, which is great. Now I'm a stickler at this. Fan, if you call me, and by the way, who do I have the pleasure of speaking to? My name is Denny Grimes, and your name is, if he says Fan, oh, hi Fan, and your last name is, not a hill to die on if you get one name, not both, but I'm going for both. All right. Third thing is, Fan, make a note. You didn't get my number. When you're on the phone with somebody, and Matt, who's also one of the coaches on the call here, made the point today, there's fewer phone calls than there used to be because now we have what's called the internet, right? However, you do want to get the phone number, best number, in case you get disconnected. The other thing he did right is this: when you get a call, he said, well, let me look it up. Or maybe you're in the middle of cooking macaroni and cheese, or maybe you're on a highway, you can't talk. You get a free space to say, I'll tell you what is the best number to call you back? I'm on the freeway right now. I'm changing my baby's diaper or whatever. Can I call you right back? They'll probably say yes. And in fact, okay, you may then have a free time to, so you want to know if it's available. What else would you like to know while I'm doing that? So that's what you did well. I guess you weren't listening to me. Then you started to give me the price of the home, and I said I already had the price. Did you miss that?
Yeah, you in the very beginning.
So here I'm going to do one before I let Matt speak, and I don't even know if you heard all that, Matt. But anyway,
Yep.
Here's an idea. I need new tires on my truck because I don't know if anyone's ever bought new tires. And I go into the tire store or you call around. It's not unusual. You could be standing at the Firestone or Tire Kingdom or whatever. And their phone is constantly ringing with say, hey, I need a price on, our 275 15s or whatever. And they're giving prices over the phone. Now imagine this. You're calling Tire Kingdom because you want a price or information on tires. And this is what they say. I call and hey, I'm calling about, I need the tires for my truck. Oh, what size? Okay, well, I need R275 15s. Okay, well, I'll tell you why I looked that up. So let me ask you, how many tires are you looking for? I'm looking for 4. Why do you need tires? My tires are wore out. Oh, how long have you been looking for tires? I mean, at some point in time, you're going to say, dude, are you going to give me the price or not? It's the same thing when people call in for real estate. Don't go too long, like get Stephen King on them without giving them some information and giving them a cookie to keep them on the line. So Matt, I don't know if you heard Fans role play or not, but chip in.
Yeah, I think I got all of it. Okay. Fan, there were a couple times where you kept asking, was there anything else? Is there anything else? Is there anything else? And I know that Denny just kind of gave you feedback on that, gave you the analogy of the tire shop. In scenarios like that, yes, there's a way that you can keep getting information if they're willing to give it to you, if they're having a two-way conversation, as I like to call it. But Denny wasn't having that two-way conversation with you. One, you haven't earned it, or two, he's not that type of person. Read that. It's like you weren't reading it. You weren't reading it. You weren't taking the temperature. You were steamrolling it. And in the scenario like that, when he's not giving it to me and I'm trying, like in the beginning, he said, get the last name. Hey, Denny, appreciate it. I know a lot of Denny's. What's your last name? Get his last name, have fun with it. And then when he kept saying the same thing about, you kept asking about getting more information and more information. At some point, if you don't know what to say, then stop digging. Hey, Denny, do you want to see this? Because he's asking, is it available? Would you like to see it? And I guarantee you, even Denny, if he's the type of person where he doesn't like to talk, and he's not giving you anything, when you give him something like that of value, he's going to lower the wall.
All right. So you hang on, Matt. You just made my socks roll up and down. When you ask me hey, would you like to take a look at it? Hey, yeah, the home is still available. Boom. Would you like to take a look at it? I'm your Huckleberry right now, baby. So man, you have me. Mm-hmm. Now, I know there's a bazillion questions you want to ask and you want to get it done in Brad Street on them, but it's like fishing. set the hook before you start reeling. Go ahead, Matt. Didn't mean to interrupt you, but I didn't want to.
No, that was it. It's just like, because fan, you wouldn't have had to do that odd dance that I like to call of, is there anything else? Is there anything else? Is there anything else? If you would have just said, you know what? Oh, okay. You could have even messed up on the price, fan. Okay, well, I know other than the price. He said, well, no, I know the price. Oh, forgive me. You wanted to know if it was available. Yeah, it is available. Would you like to see it? Great. When would you like to see it? Okay, fantastic. Well, just so that I don't get in trouble, not working with the realtor you know and trust, are you? Awesome. Well, hey, I'm going to show it to you X date at this time, but would you mind if I ask you a few more questions before we go see it, just so I know more or less what you're looking for?
If I'm at the tire store and you say, hey, the tires are this price, we got a sale going on, I'm going to be listening to you. You're going to have to make some deposits. So Kelly, are you ready to do this again?
Yeah. And one more thing, if I may, use the Chris Voss. So he asks a question and it's, what's the chance, or what are the chances? So, hey, and you could say something along the lines of, well, Denny, what are the chances that if there was another property that meets your wants and needs and you weren't aware about it, you'd want to know about it?
There you go. Perfect. Perfect. All right, Kelly, you're with Matt. He's calling in.
Can you bring me coffee, babe? I was talking to, yep, she's bringing the coffee in. You'll see the boss in a second.
Yeah, I need to talk to her. All right, go ahead, Matt. You're calling Kelly. Somebody ring. Matt, are you there?
Ring. Hello.
Hey, this is Kelly. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Name's Mike.
Hey, Mike, how you doing today?
Good.
What can I help you with?
Oh, well, I was calling about this property I saw online. Was wanting to know if we could, I'm in the area. We're actually sitting out front. Was wondering if we could see it.
Yeah, we can absolutely see it. Hey, Mike, just so I know, so what's your last name, and can I get your phone number in case we get disconnected? I'm going to look that property up.
Last name is Smith, and you want my phone number?
Yeah, because I'm in the car right now, and it's kind of hard to multitask while I'm driving, but I can look up that property to check it out for you real quick. In case I get disconnected, I'd like to be able to call you back, because that is my property.
Okay, I was just wondering if we could see it, though. I mean, is it possible to see it?
Yeah, absolutely, we could see it. When would you like to see it?
Oh, I mean, we're out front right now. What would be your availability?
Well, let me check to see if it's available before I make any commitments to you. I don't want to disappoint you and not be able to do it. Give me 1 second while we look at that. But let me ask you, what's your story? Like, what are you doing? Are you a buyer or seller yourself?
Ask me if you can call me back.
Can I call you back if we get disconnected?
No, you're just going to hang up and you're going to call me back. I'm feeding you right now. He's
coaching you.
Yeah, right there, Kelly, because I gave you a great opportunity to do your homework and call me back. And then you could have jumped into the phone call much more confidently at that point. You take the reins.
Gotcha.
Hey, yeah, because you said, okay, well, let this in it. I thought it was great. You were on a roll. Said, well, yeah, absolutely. It's available. When would you like to see it? I said, well, I'm out front now. When are you available? Well, let me check, see what's available. Stop. Can I call you right back?
Got it.
Then you can prepare, because you clearly weren't mentally, we were dueling with swords, but man, I got your jugular and you were just bleeding.
Got it.
As soon as he called in and said, well, can I take a look at it? And the second time you did it, he said, sure. The first time you thought, well, what do I have? I got to get my name. You automatically said, happy to make that happen to you, make that happen for you. By the way, I know we're just role playing, but this was real. We don't even know where he was sitting in front of.
Yeah.
I mean, so you would get that information. And by the way, hey, look, I have to call seller and see if it's good, if we can get in. Would there be any chance that potential buyer does not give you a number if there's a reason for you to call them back?
That's it. And I've had him give me a fake number and name just like I gave you. But then when I said, hey, let me call you right back to confirm that appointment, they said, oh, and they make an excuse. Let me give you my wife's number.
Yeah.
And then they give me the real number.
I knew it was a fake name. When he said Smith, I said, I would have laughed and said, oh, Mike Smith. Hello, Mike.
Yeah. Or John Smith. I say, oh, John Smith, good to hear from you. How's Pocahontas?
Yeah, exactly. All right. Louise, who's posted something in the chat they'd like to work on? I wanted to do a couple of those. We can do some more if you want, but we'll go to people's choice right now.
Let me jump in one just real quick, guys, because I want everybody to understand this. It is okay when buyers call you to call them back. Take the call. It's buyers or sellers. Give them a piece of value. It's okay to call them back. People understand, like, I'm burning eggs right now, or I'm getting my mouth worked on, but I wanted to take the call. Can I call you back? It is okay. And then you can mentally prepare. I've done this 1,000 times. Mentally prepare for the call back and call them back. That's it.
There you go. Great advice. Louise, hello.
Hey, Maria's would like to address an expired scenario who is waiting for the interest rates to go down. And then Paulina would like to address buyer who is looking for homes online.
Well, okay, so this being mastery, we're gonna basically so Maria, you are working with Expire that's waiting for rates to come down. Is that what it was?
Yes. So you don't want to do anything with your home until the interest rates go down.
Well, Matt and I are siblings, and this is our folks' home that passed away. So we're both on the telephone with you because we live out of the area. So now what we're doing is we're complicating it. It's like, have you ever juggled before? Yes, everybody has juggled with one ball. Well, now we're going to add another ball. It's more complex. Ready? Go.
So you mentioned you want to wait for interest rates to go down. What do you think will happen when the interest rates go down?
Matt, you want to talk about that because that's more your concern than mine.
Yeah, I took an economics class when I was in college 76 years ago. And I mean, it's my experience that if interest rates go down, it's going to create buyer demand and prices will go up. I mean, am I wrong?
You're not wrong, but can I expand on that?
Expand in what way?
So I talk to sellers every day, Matt, and you know what every single one of them says?
I have an idea, but go ahead.
They're all waiting for interest rates to go down. Does that surprise you?
Nope, not with the state of things.
So if right now we're dealing with a lot of inventory, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous.
So what do you think will happen when interest rates go down?
So hang on a minute. So I'm going to pause. I'm feeling, what's that? I'm Mr. Lonely, waiting for someone to give a crap about what I think. When are you going to talk to me?
And you know how you can handle that, Maria?
No.
All right. So use our names. Sometimes you don't even have to talk to Denny directly. You say, well, Denny, Matthew, ask yourself a question. What do you think's going to happen when interest rates go down and all those homeowners sitting on the sideline put their homes on the market?
Yes, but Matt, what I wanted her to pick up, what did I say? I led you with something. Now you're going to have to listen. You're going to have to play two boards of chess at one time.
Mm-hmm.
What did I say? Matt, you take that. That's more of your concern. What does that imply?
What's your concern?
What's my concern? So before you go down a chapter and verse, like you're handling an objection like we have in practice, you better be bringing me in. Well, all right, I hear you, Matt. Denny, you said that was Matt. What is your concern? So do you see what we're doing here? So ask me the question.
So we'll get to Matt's concern. Denny, it sounds like you have a concern as well.
No, I didn't say I have a concern. Matt has a concern about interest rates. I want to get the money because we're going to split the equity, and I want to buy an alpaca farm in Sandusky.
Okay. And when are we planning to do that?
Well, I mean, I can't do it until I get the equity. I mean, right now we're in a disagreement. He doesn't think it's the right time to sell. I am in favor of selling now.
Do we have a time frame by when we need to get that alpaca?
Now think about that question. Think about that question. It doesn't apply at all to our conversation.
He wants the farm now.
And
I
then,
want my.
And the word need, no one would use the word need in that situation.
Yeah, I mean, Denny. I think Denny might be a little overzealous. I know he wants to get his equity. I know he wants to move on, but there's something to be said for if we can get thousands of dollars more just by waiting. I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Are you willing to bet $1 million that by waiting, you guys will get more money?
Okay, so Matt, you and I, do you guys like this? We're adding complexity to this, right? Instead of doing the same thing over and over again. We're not playing chopsticks now. So here's my input. Matt, what do you think? You're not dealing with the objection anymore. You're dealing with our difference of mindset. You've got to get us talking.
Right.
Does that make sense? And this happens a lot with husbands and wives or significant others, is that it's not really about the interest rate. Interest rate's his concern. I want to sell now. Have you ever worked with someone that they weren't on the same page? That's the skill, Matt.
Yep. You ready, Maria? So this is what that looks like. Whenever we hear, and I'm not going to use the right word, conflicting. I will use the right word, conflicting. My lexicon sometimes shrinks moment to moment because I get verbal fatigue after I make 1,000 phone calls a day. So when you have conflicting interests between decision makers, you throw out all objections and all motives. Your motives. You throw out all their objections and all your motives, all of their objections and all your motives. I've said that multiple times for intentionally. Then it becomes about where are we at with these people? Where are these people at? And so I've closed my binder sometimes, my little, hold on.
See, my brother just walks up and walks away. I hate that when he does
I know. What a prick. I close this sometimes and I push it aside. I take a pause, like Jefferson Fisher, let the pause be your friend. Sounds like we're not on the same page. And can I be direct with you? Until you two are on the same page, there's nothing anybody like me can do to help you. So sounds like we need to talk. And then you
go ahead, finish it up.
And then you have a conversation with them. It's like, all right, so I hear Denny, but you can bring the objection back up. Denny, I hear you want to get it cashed out, got an alpaca farm you got to get to. And Matthew, you think interest rates are going to come down and the home value is going to go up. How do we make this a win for both of you?
That's always a good question. The other thing is that here's the main point of this, and we haven't done it before, but we can do it some more. You better include both people, especially one if they're silent, because they won't be silent forever. They just won't speak when you're around. Believe me, they'll carry a big stick when you're gone. The other thing is, if we wait, now again, this is where you're thinking about it. If he was going to buy another house, Maria, and he wants to wait for interest rates to go up, what would be a normal road you'd go down?
Are you going to be a buyer as well?
Yeah, so you want to wait and sell high and buy high, right? So what you want to do, and this is Kelly, you're asking, how do we get, you got to have us talking. So, well, help me understand this. So if Matt, so I'm now pretending Matt is not my brother, but I'm the agent, Matt. So if we wait to sell the house where interest rates are up, what will that do to the cost of the alpaca farm? So you're going to have to get us talking back and forth. Believe me, if you take a position, I don't know, maybe Matt doesn't agree with this, you better be neutral.
Mhm.
Because as soon as you think you're taking the position in the alpha of the conversation, you'll be wrong. Matt?
I had a listing appointment right when the market started going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, just north of Denny in Punta Gorda. And and this is when it just started going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So people wanted a whole lot of money. And their homes weren't worth it yet. They were going to be, but they weren't yet. Husband and wife, they kept trying to sell for sale by owner. They were considering hiring a realtor. But here's the takeaway. They weren't on the same page. And I'll give you some context, and I'm going to keep it brief. Wife, house they live in, her dad with health issues lives across the street. House they live in, dad across the street. She doesn't want to sell. She wants to be close to dad. Husband builds stilt homes. They're living in the stilt home that he built, but he wants to build another one. He wants to move on and build another stilt home. He wants to move on and build another stilt home. She wants to stay next to dad. The only motive for both of them is if they can get too much money and a realtor charges nothing. Too much money, realtor charges nothing. Otherwise, she doesn't want to sell. The end of that conversation looked a lot like this. Guys, it sounds like the two of you, before anybody else gets in the room with you, have a lot of talking to do. And the husband kept patting me on the arm, telling me it was going to be okay. We'll work this. He kept patting me on the arm. We'll work this out. We'll work this out. So I put my hand on his arm. I didn't pat it. I put my hand on his arm and said, the only person that you need to work anything out with right now is her. And until you do, I can't help you.
So what is he saying there, guys? Don't take a side because it will bite you in the end.
Right.
You're the mediator. Okay, we'll move on. Next. Thank you, Maria, for being a good sport.
Selena, buyer looking for homes online.
All right. This would be you, Louise.
Hey, Luis, this is Paulina with Keller Williams. I noticed you were online looking for some properties. Just wanted to find out what was prompting your search.
Oh, gosh, I've looked at a lot of properties and I've been getting a lot of calls from agents. But we're looking to move into the area. I'm just kind of window shopping at this point.
Great to hear that, Luis. And how long have you been window shopping?
I've been off and on probably this month.
This month, okay. And ideally, when did you need to be in the new home?
Well, I don't really need to be. I'd like to maybe have a home for the snowbird season.
For the snowbird season?
Yeah,
And why is that important to you?
because it gets cold up here.
Oh, And when is that snowbird season? Could you please explain to me? Because I don't know when the snowbird season is at. When?
Oh, so I'm up here in New Jersey, and I would just not like to deal with the snow. December, January, February, March.
Mhm. So your ideal timeline would be to be in your new home in November.
To have a home for the winter. Yes.
Okay. And do you need to sell your home, the one you have right now in New Jersey?
No, this would be like a seasonal home for us that we're looking at.
Okay, sounds good. And Louise, out of curiosity, do you have someone who's helping you with that search?
No, I've just been looking at things online and I've been getting a lot of phone calls.
Mm-hmm. And if I do come across a property that meets your wants and needs, would you like to know about the property?
Of course, yes.
Mm-hmm. What is a good contact information for you, Louise?
Blah blah blah.
Time. That's 2 minutes. One of the things I noticed in that role play that I really liked was the tone in okay. Now, again, you guys started out with not a lot of emotion. You guys started working on tonality. And there was a level of excitement. Again, remember, we want to mirror and match. And then she's talking about having a summer home or our winter home. So that's got to be pretty exciting. And the last time you said okay, that you had a really good, positive, excited, okay. Like that's what you want when that's what you were very accommodating at that point. Now, I think the level, your questions were a little bit stale relative to where she was, but you finally got around that. I started nodding my head. Well, really, here's the bottom line. She's got all these people calling her, and how can I help you? You know, how can I help you right now, Matt?
Yeah, where's she at now, too? Like I know she has a home in Jersey, but it's like, well, where are you now? When you come in here? When's your next trip? That's what because we're in a snowbird market. Denny and I are in snowbird markets. So whenever I'm talking to somebody online, the first couple things I want to know is awesome. Well, what prompted your search? Oh, okay, gotcha. Looking for a snowbird, a winter retreat. Okay. How long you been looking for? How many winters have you been looking, or how many summers have you been looking for a winter retreat? How many more do you want to look for a winter retreat? That's what I want to know. Because maybe they just do this every year, same thing over and over again. And no, I mean, how many more winters do you want to go through up there without having a place down here? Okay, gotcha. And where are you at now? Like, are you there now or are you here? Where are you? When's your next trip? Okay. Can we meet? And in between now and then, what are the chances that if a home that checked most, if not all your boxes, I became aware of, or it came on the market, would you want to be the first to know about it? That's kind of conversation I have with them.
And you guys will, with experience, you guys will know. And you're in Denver, so people buy second homes in Denver, right? So you'd probably not ask them a question if they have to sell their home to buy that home. That wouldn't be one of your top 20 questions, most likely, right?
When they're talking about when any guys, and I say this for everybody, because as you go through your careers, if you transition, like people winter, like I winter right where Dawn is. Like I'm not all the time, but my wife and I, we winter in Arizona because it's freaking beautiful in Arizona in the winter. So, but just know that when they're saying they want to get a seasonal, or they want to get a winter, or that implies they don't have to sell something. So kind of assume it until any other, spidey senses go off.
Right. You would be showing your level of inexperience, and there's nothing wrong with that, but we're trying to save
very, very well said. Yes.
So the other thing too is that, and we'll go on, who's next so they can get ready, Louise?
We don't have any at bat.
Well, I see David, I see
Kelly.
Scott, I see Fan wants to maybe master his why should I hire you? Here's the other thing too, you guys, in the level of questioning, once you figure out, if you got them talking and you're not going through the interrogation, right? We get it all the time in Florida, for East Coast, West Coast. Hey, we're thinking about getting a place in Florida. and they're calling about a home in Fort Myers and Naples. Don't assume that's the only place they're looking. They could be looking in other parts of Florida. And so eventually you would want to kind of narrow that down. Now, if you're talking to somebody on the phone, another great thing you're going to want to decide, okay, if they're in Akron, Ohio, I better be using Sandusky. They'll get mad. They're in Sandusky, Ohio, and you see something. It's not unusual that, okay, so if something were to come up, now that you've got a little rapport, you know, it's a perfect location. What is your plan? Are you going to come down and look at it, or you're going to wait till you come down in January? So those are all great qualifying questions you'll get into when you have the permission to do that. And who's up next? Is it Fan?
Kelly wants to go again.
Kelly Blue Book. Okay, what are we doing, Kelly?
I want to do the same thing I did earlier.
All right, you want the third person to hang up on you?
Yeah, let's try it.
All right, well, I'll give you somebody nicer, Louise. You're calling him, Louise.
Ring, ring.
Hi, this is Kelly. Who am I speaking to?
I'm sorry.
My
I'm
name is
trying to call an agent. Do I have the right number?
Yeah, you do. My name is Kelly. I work with Keller Williams, Tampa
Uh-huh.
Central. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Hi, Kelly. I'm Louise. I'm driving on Main Street and I see this house at the corner of Main and Banana Boulevard. I saw your sign, so I'd like to know more about it.
Yeah, great. Hey, Louise, just so we don't get disconnected, could I get your phone number? And I want to check on that house a little bit. I know about the house because it's mine. And but can I get your number in case we get disconnected?
Well, I wasn't planning on hanging up, but yeah, I'll give you my number. It's cool that you want my number in case we get disconnected. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for playing along with me with that. So I appreciate the number. What would you like to know about the house?
Oh, well, I'm curious. I don't see any information about it at all. I don't know anything about the size, the price, how long has it been on the market?
Yeah, so you're looking to buy a house, can I assume that?
Actually, I'm looking for my brother. My brother is looking to buy a house, and this seems like a nice area.
Okay, and tell me a little bit more about your brother. When's he looking to move? What's his time frame? And that's
You're
great.
going to be on
Your
borrowed
brother out.
time right now as far as, you know, a number of questions. So if you ever played that little game as a kid that's called Time Bomb, you kind of wind it up and you toss it around, then you got to get rid of it like hot potato before it blows up in your hands.
Yep.
You're on borrowed time.
Okay.
So there's no information. She drove by it. So all right. So I might just say, well, awesome. So would you like some information on this home, or what would you like? Or by the way, where are you? Well, if they're by my office, you want to stop by, I'll be happy to give you the information on it. Oh, you're looking for your brother. Is your brother in town? But he'd like to look at the home. I'm going to get, find out what they're hungry for at that given moment. Then you're going to have some time, and they'll give you more time to ask questions. But I felt like the spotlight was on, and I'm watching an episode of Dragnet. Am I saying that right? Dragnet? Nothing but the facts, Sergeant Friday. Who remembers that?
I don't know. I remember
Got
that
it
show.
right.
I remember that show where Hulk Hogan was he had the speedboat. Remember the speedboat and Hulk Hogan? It was like one season. It was pretty good. Well, it lasted. All right, on that, Kelly. I like to find out how they found I don't know. I didn't hear if you found out how they found out about the property.
Sign.
I didn't catch that.
And she drove by it.
Okay, yeah. So I'd say, oh, okay, gotcha. Well, hey, how'd you hear about the property? Where'd you find out about it? Drove by. Oh, okay, gotcha. What's got you in the area? I ask questions like that. What's got you in the area today? Ask vague, open-ended questions.
Yeah, I'm getting the problem. It's just have a conversation. Quit trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Just
we'll try.
We'll talk to you.
Yeah, like we're not trying to sell them anything.
Right. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, but keep in mind, like I just got a call while we're here. Like there's somebody calling my phone right now
Right.
about one of my listings, And when I call them back, I'm not going to try to sell them the listing. I'm going to find out what prompted them to call me. Like, how can I help? Now, when I said keep in mind, where I wanted to expand is, if they don't answer the questions, they're not real. In context, there's layers to it. Like, some people are just looking to waste time. Hey, we're in front of the house and wanted to know if we wanted to see it. I know what you're trying to do, Kelly, because as I've talked about before, we're kind of the same ilk. I hate when people waste my time. You waste my time, I want to hurt you physically. And you get a lot of those calls when they're just kind of kicking tires, shopping around. There's a way to suss that out, though, and not interrogate. And then you can decide at the end of the call or somewhere in the call whether you can help them.
So where is the axiom between your neurological studies here, between the synapses and the mitochondria? Where is the axioms on figuring that part out? Like, I mean, I know it's just talking to people.
Right. Well, it's based off what they say. It's like, hey, well, I was just in the area. Oh, okay, gotcha. What's got you just in the area? Well, I just, we've been looking at properties in the area, and we come down every once in a while. Okay, I see. Well, I'd love to know more about your situation. What prompted you guys to search? And then they're going to tell you something, but a lot of the suspects, they're going to out themselves. So they're going to say something, and I can't give you a perfect example now, but they're going to say something like, hey, we were just in the area looking around. We saw the sign, wanted to see if we could get in. Okay, be happy to show it to you. Schedule the appointment like Denny and I talked about before. You can book it, and then you can start to suss out whether they're real or not. So maybe that might be the best approach for you moving forward, just until you get. Does Denny, is what I'm saying make any sense?
Yeah, and I think to put a bow in it, we'll go on to the next one, is this. I think, you're attempting to put into practice what we talked about today, Kelly, and this is for everyone. The best thing you can do when someone calls you and they're calling you with information, the best thing you can do, Matt said it earlier. Awesome. Oh, thanks for calling. It's a great home, whatever. I'll look that up and get name. Okay. Rather, you ask for the number right away. It's kind of like way too fast. Say, look, I'm right in the middle. I'm getting my teeth cleaned right now. Can I call you back in 3 minutes? It's never 5 minutes, never 10, never later today. Hey, can I call you back in 2 minutes? Call you right back. What number am I going to call you back? Or, hey, I'll look it up. During that time, you have time, and you're going to get maybe 3 questions in. But you better come up with information. Then my last point, and I think this is what Matt was saying, not the interrogation. It's now going to be a pickleball match. You're going to ask a question. They're going to, and then you can answer that question and ask 1. If you answer the question and ask 2 or 3, now it becomes an interrogation. You got to get to the point where you've got something they want. And generally it would be maybe to see the home. And even when she said, I'm looking for my brother, that may not be true, by the way, because that's what Matt's saying. It could be a smoke screen. You can say, well, would you like to look at it? And you might be going, oh my gosh, are you kidding? That might not even be the buyer. It doesn't matter at that point. What you're trying to do is get to the truth. Matt, you had something else?
Yeah, it was Kelly, I'll try to keep this simplified. What I've explained in the past is the only 3 things that ever matter in real estate: why you're buying or selling, when you need to buy or sell by, and what happens if you don't. And so your goal when you're having these conversations and I know you're trying to eliminate time wasters. I can tell by the way you're having these conversations, that's the route you're going. So if you're going to do it, figure out a way to get those 3 questions answered: why you're buying or selling, when you need to buy or sell by, what happens if you don't. And if they said, yeah, we come down every single year, we've been looking for 5 years, great. Well, hey, when would you like to make a buying decision? Oh, no time frame. Okay, gotcha. Well, hey, just out of curiosity, like genuine curiosity, what happens if you don't buy something or find something that checks those boxes? Oh, that's okay. We'll just keep looking. Time waster. Gotcha. All right. Well, hey, I'd love to help. I really appreciate you calling me. I'd love the opportunity to help you. It just sounds like you're not there yet. Can you do me a favor and give me a call back when you're ready?
You have to decide where you want to start with your mindset. Everyone's a buyer until they prove you wrong, or everyone's a time waster until they prove you wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Which way do you want to roll? And either way, particularly, I assume everyone's a buyer until they prove me wrong has served me better. Next, Louise.
We don't have an X. Oh, wait, David. David, buyer calls on Zillow Lead House.
David Mulligan. All right, David. Right?
David, go again. David Mulligan.
Yeah,
Go
David.
ahead.
So are we calling you?
Sure, call me. I'll be the agent.
All right. That'd be Matt. Go ahead.
Hello. Ring, ring.
Yeah, Matt,
You don't know that yet.
oh, yes. Well, good afternoon. How may I assist you?
Well, I was calling, got this property I saw on Zillow. Looks like it's been on the market 565 days or something like that over on Main Street. Can you tell me more about that?
Absolutely. I'd be happy to help. Is this the first property that you're looking at, or you've been looking for some time?
Well, we've been looking for a while. And this one just, it looks like it checks all the boxes.
Absolutely. Well, I see that it's a 3-2 bath in a local area. Is this the area that you're trying to be in, or is it more of the home that you're looking to be in?
Frankly, I don't know a lot about the area.
Okay. Okay. And what's a good number for you so that I can reach you back, so I can look up in this property and get some additional information?
You call me back at 123.
Okay. All right. Mm,
Now, did that feel a little out of order, David?
a little bit.
So again, always, why didn't you lead with that? Main Street. Well, there's a lot of homes on Main Street. I tell you what, if you give me a minute, I'll look up everything on Main Street and I'll call you right back. What number I can call you back on?
Yeah.
You started giving him, you started telling him about the property, etc. Then you went to look it up. That now you're pinned.
Usually,
You were asking about the home. Is it about the area or the home? And I said I didn't know the area.
Yeah.
Right there, that's a question. Oh, okay. Not familiar with the area. So what's got you looking here?
What's got you looking here? I got you. Yeah, because usually when you get the prompt, it's like you have the property, and I usually try to look at the property while they're speaking, so I can create, additional questions based on the property. But that's just cold, so I was just trying to imagine it in my head.
Well, I think you'd be better off. Let's try this. So you guys forget about the property for the first 30 seconds.
Okay.
Property's not important.
Yeah.
What do you want to learn in the first 30 seconds? Because that is a free space.
Mhm.
I guess you just play dodgeball and had a free space. They're not allowed to hit you or something like that. So
Why they're buying, and what's their timeline to buy?
I probably wouldn't be my first 30 seconds. You're qualifying pretty hard right there.
Okay.
So, hey, look, you're calling about the house on Main Street. Had to, I'm look that up. I get their name and number. That's important to me. And and this is Matt's favorite line. What's got you looking today? Now that's about as far as you can get while we're doing the area. We're just kind of checking it out. All right. Well, this house is now coming up on Main Street. I think, in fact, I've got several on Main Street. Would you like me to tell you about them or something?
Mm-hmm.
And now you're getting a conversation. By the way, the homes that are coming up are, because he didn't say price range. He didn't even ask about the price. He didn't know nothing about the price. You can say, well, the price, these homes are in the 300, 350 range. I know where David works, right? And then what would you say next, David?
I would say, would you be interested in knowing an up and coming inventory that's not currently in the market?
What price range are you looking at?
No, you just gave him the price range. I would then say, is this the range you're looking in?
Okay.
What price range are you looking in? Yeah, the properties on Main Street. So Vasco Street, you probably won't know where that is. It's just north of you and Denny. But Vasco.
Everything's north of me.
Yeah, everything's north of you. So Vasco Street, it ranges from flooders, which I think Denny and I, and probably you, David, know what flooders are. Free 1978 homes sitting on grade.
Flutters.
Yeah, flooders. So flooders, they're like 150,000 up to $1 million homes. Literally, Vasco Street has that spectrum. Well, hey, I'm looking at all these properties on Vasco Street, and they range from 100, 150,000, probably a tear down up to $1 million. What price range you looking at?
The 300 to 350 range.
Yes, as soon as you start giving them information, you give them the price range or anything about the home before they know that's what they're looking for, you might be hearing clicks.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So what do you think? Did you guys hear anything today? We're top of the hour. We don't have to leave right at the top of the hour, but okay. So Osana, I'm not saying it right. Oksana.
Oksana.
Yes.
All right. So did you hear anything today that you found valuable?
Yeah, absolutely. I hope I can jump into conversation and bring some of my, scary things in it and become more comfortable, of course, to withstand the objections and things like that. But I'm hopeful. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, thanks. Did anyone hear something today was worth their hour? Let's go ahead and share the aha moment.
Yeah, I
us.
heard that Oksana would be interested in our Facebook page. So I put that link in.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I
I've
really
been-
appreciate you reaching out and really feeling my pain.
Well, you have my email. You can send me an email, and I'm happy to chat with you if you need something. Okay, that's right there. CoachDannyGrimes@gmail.
Yeah, when you go to real estate school, no one actually teaches you like all these different details, like how to handle the customers and everything like that, like how to talk about things. This is amazing. It's like a whole new world once you get your license, and then you just end up like, oh, okay, now I don't know anything again.
Well, we have, I think between Matt and I and Louise, we have 50 years experience or more than that, maybe 60.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's like Tom Ferry used to say that most realtors get into real estate with zero communication, marketing, or sales skill, and the vast majority stay that way. So that's
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious, and it's so true.
yeah. Most realtors get into real estate with zero communication, marketing, or sales skill, and an even broader number of them stay that way.
Yep.
It's that's all you have to do in real estate is learn how to communicate. I mean, if you just learn how to communicate, let's just stop there. Like, let's entry level, like Dr. Wayne Dyer talked about, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? The $100 question is like, on your hands, you have some digits. Those digits are called what? Fingers, right? That's the $100 question. Okay. Well, $100 entry level into real estate. If you could just learn how to talk, communicate, your job will be exponentially easier.
So in closing, I'll give you this. Jesse, you put something in there about, it's okay to call a seller back or a buyer back its calls. There's another strategy out there. Listen, if you're new, you're not really comfortable and your phone rings and you see a number, and you don't recognize it. It could be somebody calling on a home to list or to buy or whatever. There is no sin in not answering it. If you follow this rule, pick up the voicemail. If there's no voicemail, call it back. But if there's a voicemail, hey, my name is Denny. Somebody gave your name. I think about selling this home over here on Flutter Avenue. All right.
Flutter.
And here's my number. Now, what you have never in your life ever heard of Flutter Avenue, but you don't want to call them back and say, I've never heard of Flutter Avenue, because you're going to be fired right away. You have 3 minutes to look up that area, find out, and in 3 minutes, here's the other thing. I know people get excited if you answer the phone. I tell you what impresses them more: a call back ASAP. That would shock them more.
It's called speed to lead.
Speed to lead. That's right.
Yep,
but
speed
take
to
that
lead.
2 or 3 minutes and look up Flutter Avenue, and you might realize, oh, our office just sold one across the street on Drowning Drive. So use that time wisely. You don't always have to pick up the phone if you're not prepared. So I still do that, man. I tell you what, in 3 minutes, I can sound like an expert. I'll have to look up Flutter Avenue. My heart hadn't fluttered in a long time on that. So
Yeah, mine doesn't anymore. I'd have to check it every once in a while, make sure it's still beating.
your wife is there hearing you she's making you coffee. Be careful about that. All right, guys, thanks for being on. Have an awesome weekend. Thank you, Louise. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, guys.
all.
Love you.
Love you guys. See ya.
Happy Labor Day.
Thank you.